Blackout with the Hand Clan's first ever Super Ultra Deluxe Platinum Plated Gold Ego Wisdom Fantastic Ultra Walkthrough of FTL. It's unbelievable. This is unbelievably exciting. I'm just geeked to the maximum. I can't even tell you what I did in preparation for this. I played FTL for like 1 minute and started up my little video recorder here and told myself I wasn't going to say and I've already said it like 17,000 times. I don't even care anymore. I've had no coffee and give 0 fucks. And wow, that was a terrible personal tangent. Anyways, this is FTL. It is a roguelike sci-fi strategy game. It's turn-based, more or less. It sort of has turn-based elements and then sort of has real-time elements. You'll see in a minute. Let's go ahead and dive right in, and I'm just going to explain things as I go, as they occur, rather than trying to explain everything at once. Although I guess some things deem explaining. This is your hangar? Yes, your hangar. And here is the list of ships that you have to choose from. You can see I've already unlocked a few. But the Kestrel here is the ship you start with. It starts with 3 crew members, human crew members. You got a laser, you got a missile. Here are your systems: shields, engines, oxygen, weapons, medbay, piloting, sensors, and doors. Your 3 crew members and your list of achievements. You can rename your ship, you can rename your crew members, and if available, change their sex. I'd say go ahead and have fun with that, but renaming your ship and renaming your crew, it kind of implies you're going to get attached to the people. You know, you want to keep them. Hey, Gary. Hey, Greg. Hey, Buddy. Hey, Billy. They're going to die. They're all going to die in fire, get sucked out of an airlock, or torn to pieces by some alien douchebag, shot by a missile, or zapped with a laser. So, whatever, Fleishy, Lagardian, Nomi. I'm not even going to get to know your names. Just go where I tell you to go, and like Deathclock says, go forth and die. I'm not bitter. Anyways, let's leave the hangar. We're going to use the basic ship because that's the ship that you're going to have to be bootstrapped with if you've started the game fresh. Normal, easy, never seen a difference, not really. Not normal, easy, you die both ways, normal or easy, so do normal. You'll get your achievements easier that way. You'll get a higher score. Here's the story. Apparently you're doing something. People are chasing you. Shut up. Okay. Looking at your subsystems, your shields, your engines, your oxygen, your medbay, and your weapons, once again. Here is your store of available energy. You see your green slices there and your empty slices. We're going to spread that energy around, add it to our engines, add it to our weapons, and then what I like to do is take that 1 power out of our medbay and put it into the missile. That'll give us the missile to use when we need it, and the medbay can stay off until we need it. You gotta have a dude up here in the front. He's gotta drive the ship. Without him there, you're not gonna dodge anything, and you're not gonna be able to jump away. We'll see what jumps for in a minute. You can also position a man here in shields, which will make your shields recharge faster. A man here in weapons, which will make your guns fire faster. And a person here in engineering, which will help you to dodge better. Clicking the ship button here. Here's where you upgrade your shields, engines, oxygen, weapons, and medbay. You can also upgrade your piloting, which will have your ship autopilot for either 1/4 or 1/2 evasion and maximum upgrade. I wouldn't bother. I never bother. You're always going to have a man posted up there, and once he levels up, having him there is more important than having this. Sensors, I rarely upgrade sensors. Once or twice since I've started playing, I've done it. It is nice if you have the junk to blow, or the scrap to blow. Scrap what I mean by scrap is the currency here. Your gold pieces, I guess. And then door system. You always upgrade the door system. Generally, lately I've been making that my first move with scrap, so we'll see that as soon as I get 20 scrap. Here's your power reserve. These are the slices that the more you put in, the more you'll have to put sink in down here. Oh, you can also view and dismiss your crew. And then of course your ship's upgrades and equipment, which we'll handle that the second we get additional upgrades and equipment. The crew's in place. This is my configuration. I like them in engines and guns and here. I let shields do their own work for now until I can get my 4th crew member. And they'll go right in there. Let's get started. Generally, I jump to the stars I try to jump to the stars to the left. You're trying to visit as many stars as you can before you're chased out by the rebel fleet, and you'll see that when it occurs. We're exploring. Nothing here. Every time you jump, you burn fuel. Jumping burns 1 fuel. Don't let yourself run out of fuel. You'll be stuck stranded, wasting turns in the hope that some leprechaun will come and sprinkle some magical dust on your ship and make it go. 9 out of 10 you won't. The rebel fleet will overtake you and completely destroy you. Make sure you stay ahead on fuel. Stop at a store if you need to, burn some creds, or let an enemy get away if they offer you a couple of points of fuel. Better to play it safe. I like to stay above 10 fuel if I can, but in the beginning it gets hairy. It can be hairy. Distress signal. Sometimes it's a trap, sometimes it isn't. Who cares? I say yes, we'll take you where you're going to go. And so we get a quest marker and some scrap. That scrap? Remember that door upgrade? Bam! All the doors in our ship just turned gray. Now the enemies have to beat on them for a while to get through them, and you'll see why that's important when we get raided, which we will. See the quest marker that was added to the beacon? We're going for that. Our first combat, jam on the spacebar to pod. Generally, with this ship, you've got this laser. It fires 3 quick times. They've got 1 shield. Shields will stop incoming items 1 at a time. Since the laser fires 3 times, your first shot will take the shields down, the next 2 will penetrate whatever. We're going to go ahead and focus on their weapons, because if we can keep their weapons down, they'll never be able to hit us. They'll just be sitting ducks. It's a pretty good strategy for the first 3 sectors, I found. And we're not going to use our missiles if we don't have to. We'll just save them. We may sustain a little damage from their missile launcher here. They pierced us in the back. See our little man, he's going to work there, fixing the hole. I'm going to go ahead and fire an Artemis into his weapon systems to try to stop that missile from firing. But the mistake I made, I didn't click the auto fire button. The burst fire laser was sitting there idle for just a second, and that can be too much. Now notice, I clicked the Artemis missile, and with the targeting cursor in my hand, I right click to make it go away. That was just to reset it to keep it from auto-firing. Man, for a first combat, this is nerve-wracking. Just pounding us with that missile launcher. Okay, they're offering us fuel and missiles and scrap. You know what? They've been bitches. I'm gonna let them go. Whew. Man, that was a hairy first combat. That's the way things go, though, you know? You figure you're master of something, you're good at something, and then you go to do a little video, and it throws its worst at you. Well, it's not the worst. I've died in the first move before. Okay, our engineer back there, she's hurt. I'm going to take one out of engines and sink it into the med bay. And tell her to get her booty back there. And when she's done healing, we'll get going. Replace the power scheme. And let's wrap up this quest. Get a little fuel, missiles, and scrap for taking the alien home. Cool. See, notice we were adjacent to a store. No real reason to go to a store. Don't have enough resources quite yet. You're looking at about 75 to 150 scrap is when a store is really useful. Unless you need fuel or to be repaired. Then go ahead and swing it. This guy wants us to give up one of our crew members as a slave. No. Little does he know, we live on combat. We feed on battle. So he's got this little drone dude buzzing around shooting me. And that's going to open me up for that damn beam. But hopefully my burst laser will stay on top of his weapons and keep that paralyzed, rendering that little drone there pointless. If I had a shield officer, it would be great practice for him, seeing as the shields are constantly having to regenerate. Somehow, I didn't auto-fire again. I'm ashamed. Now I blame filming the video, which in turn is all your fault. Okay, this is what's cool about slavers. You kick a slaver's butt, if they don't want to die, sometimes they'll offer to give you a slave. Give it, because that's my shield officer. Lana, my shield officer. Get into the shield post. Actually, Lana, get to work fixing those doors. And when you're done with that, make me some food. Lana. Nah, it's alright, I release you. You're no longer a slave. Do whatever you want. As long as it's what I say. Get to your post. Wow, I'm concerned that we may not be able to make it over there, so I'm going to go ahead and cut up toward the exit. And hopefully we don't get swallowed up by the rebel fleet. I have to be mean. You've got to be mean in this game, guys. You've got to be mean. You got to kill them all. They're just like they just came into town to get some gingham for his wife. No, he's got to pick up the gun. You got to make him pick up the gun. Little damage to our engines, but meh. I don't know why my burst fire laser is not automatically going off. Perhaps it will now. Maybe I just needed to click it again. There we go. And they ran away like little bitches. I hate wasting resources. Nope, here we are, Rebel Fleet. Damn it. You see, I can't film a video without fighting you guys should have seen the video before this one. Seriously, I gave it my all. I was funny as heck too. I'm probably boring on this one, but that last video, I was the king of comedy. I stood beside Pryor and Cosby with a smile 10 miles wide, just knowing I had done my best, and got just wrecked and died before even the first sector. And I've played this game a lot, and I've beaten it a couple of times, and that means a lot. Alright, let's do it. to target my Artemis missile into their shields because missiles pierce shielding. Goes right on through. Hopefully it'll soften them up. It did. And now my burst laser into their weapons. And I missed a bunch. My shield officer into the med bay, which I'm going to turn on. And open the doors to the exterior to put out the fire by sucking out the oxygen. Wow. I'm hurting bad, bad, bad. Priorities. Gotta get those shields back up. I didn't realize oxygen was down too. Oh my god! So farkin' doomed! Maybe we'll be able to run. Maybe we can run. Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. This damn game. I hate this game so much. Well, here's the thing. You can hire them to slow the incoming rebels, which we don't really need that. We can scout the sector, which we're almost about to move on if we don't die. Which you can see right up here, our hull strength, almost nothing. We're pretty much scrap. Or we can fight them. What the hell? Let's fight them. Oh, they teleported into my ship. Well, I can't say I didn't have it coming. I mean, what the hell was I thinking? Alright, well, this was USS Kestrel or whatever it was. In the toilet hole of the galaxy. Flying into several pieces. Oh, neatly vivisected. What a wonderful, wonderful destruction it was. So, let's categorize that as how not to play FTL. Hopefully some part of this was tutorial, and the next video will be all about success rather than explanations. Yes, I was explaining things. That is why I died, because I was too busy explaining things to play the game properly, yes. That's what happened. So this is, once again, this is Blackout with Hand Clan Super Ultra Deluxe, etc., etc., ... roll your eyes, give me some rude expression, / whatnot.